Hey y'all, welcome to my very first YouTube video, and today I'm going to be doing acrylic toes. The very first thing you're going to need is a dapping dish of your choice, acrylic of your choice. I'm using Young Nail Speed. You're going to need Young Nail Swipe, Young Nails Protein Bond, acetone, liquid monomer, a gel top coat, and acrylic brush. I'm using the Kiara Sky brush, size 12. Don't mind how dirty my brush look. We've been through some things. Okay, now let's get into these toes. Baby, I don't know what these toes was going through, but they was going through it, but we're going to get them right. Okay, I took off all the gel or gel polish or regular polish. I don't know what that was she had on her toes, but I sanded it off with the sanding bit. Okay, so you want to make sure you take off all the shine off your natural nails. Make sure it's no shine. Now you're going to use your Young Nail Swipe to take all the dust off the nails and to dehydrate the nails. So make sure you take all the dust off, no dust on the natural nail, so it can stay longer and you don't have no lifting. So that's very important, to take all the dust off the nail. Then you're going to get some toe separators. Now you're going to take your Young Nails Protein Bond and apply it to the natural nails 2 times. Make sure you get it completely over every toenails in every corner. Okay, so this is a trick I like to do when it comes down to acrylic toes. I like to use my Young Nails monomer, and I take my acetone and I apply a little bit of acetone in it so my acrylic is not so runny, because you want to work with drier beads when you're applying the acrylic onto the natural nail. As you can see, I do not use nail tips to put on the toes. I always do an acrylic overlay on the natural nail when it comes down to acrylic toes. Some nail techs, they prefer to do the acrylic toes with nail tips, but I don't, because I feel like the safest way to do it is with, the acrylic over the natural nail. With that being said, it is kind of harder if you're a beginner to shape the nails. That's why a lot of nail techs just use a nail tip. But it's really not that hard once you get the hang of it. When it comes to laying the acrylic down to the natural nail, you want to make sure you're placing the piercing toenail facing down. So once you place the acrylic bead, you're going to see the actual bead is facing down and not falling all over the place. You want to make sure you have complete control over the acrylic. Once you place the acrylic bead down, you want to make sure you do not flood the cuticles. You want to do it the same exact way you would do it on somebody's hands. It's the same exact steps, same exact way. The key to this acrylic is making sure you have your brush and you keep this square shape. That's how you're going to keep your toes very square without having a nail tip. You're going to make sure when you place it, you just keep cleaning the sides and keep in the square shape. Okay, now it's time to shape these bad boys up. This is what I do. I use a cuticle bit, and this is my favorite bit of all times because it's going to help you keep that square shape that you want. So you're going to use it to seal the cuticles. You're going to use it to clean the sidewalls. You're going to use it for everything underneath the toenails, anywhere acrylic has fallen where you don't need it to be at. It's going to clean it up and it's going to give you that square shape. You can get it off Amazon. It's $6.99 and it comes with like 7 different cuticle bits, and there are different sizes. Now it's time to take down some of this acrylic. One thing about acrylic toes is you want it to look as natural as possible, and you don't want them to be too thick. If they're too thick, they will hurt your client when they put on tennis shoes, or if they hit it, it's gonna hurt. You just don't want the really thick toes. You want it to look very, very natural. So you're going to take down as much of acrylic you can as possible. I like to use the sanding bit to make sure I smooth out the nails. I really don't too much use a buffer after this, but I always just use a sanding bit. But it's up to you. If you want to use a buffer, you can, but I just use a sanding bit. It works for me, and that's what I like to use. Now you're going to take your nail file to file the sides and just to clean it up, make sure it's really square. I use an 88 grit nail file. Now it's time to clean the nails off. I like to use Young Nail Swipe just to clean it off. Or if you don't have Young Nail Swipe, you can also use alcohol. Take your gel top coat, apply it onto the nails. Make sure you don't put too much so the acrylic won't look so bulky and you still have that square shape. After I apply the top coat, I like to take my finger and just clean the sides of the nail just to make sure it still has that square shape. Then after I cure it for 60 seconds, I take my nail file and just square them up, just to make sure it's still very square. After that, you're going to just dust the nails off very good one more last time. Take you some cuticle oil, apply it onto the nail. Make sure, don't leave your client ashy. Just try to put a little oil all over their feet. Now, look at these toes. Looking very cute, very square. Not like what she came in with. So just make sure you keep your client with the square acrylic toes. This set came out very, very cute. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Thank you.